Welcome everyone to Chess with TV episode 305. Today is November 1st, 2016. Somehow time continues to advance. Today we're going to play a new variant I've never tried before, typical for Chess with TV. I'm calling it Molasses chess because one of the slowest things in the world is molasses. It's very viscous or anti-viscous. I'm not sure which one it is because viscous is kind of a weird word. But the rules are your pieces can only move at most one square, like per move, one square. Like a king can move one square, so it's not limited, but a queen is moving like a king. So I expect this to be a very stupid variant, but perfect for Chess with TV because we rather enjoy playing stupid variants. So let's go to lichess.org and play with a friend. Standard 1-4 sounds good. Real time. Let's play rated. Yes, rated, because my blitz rating deserves to be higher. So how does the knight move is a perfect question from Program Fox. Based on the input feedback I got from the viewership, I'm going to go with knights are allowed to move normally because they're up on horses. They're hardly even pieces. You could think of the piece as the guy that's riding the knight, which is, by the way, invisible because it's just a horse. And the horse is able to move like a typical knight. So that's going to make knights one of the most powerful pieces on the chessboard, but not the most powerful. In my opinion, the king and the queen, which move one of 8 squares from the center of the board, have a similar ability to the knight. So if you want to join us for this game, go ahead and click that link. I've put it in the chat. Go to luck. Let's put the chat on the screen. If I click this right here. Yes, now you can see the screen. You can't see my face, but that's okay. In fact, I can change that too. So I don't know quite how readable that is, but someone needs to click this link in order to get us started. Let's check that we're showing up on the front page of Lichess. Always a nice thing to do. I think we are. Yes, right there. So we're going to have an opponent here in just a moment. It looks like we don't have Rondep on the show just yet, so we're going to have to play against Funkode. So here's the rules. Pieces may only move one square at a time, except knights. So that's going to make the queen one of the most powerful pieces. As you can see in the center of the board, a queen can move any of 8 locations. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Actually the same as a knight, which can also move one of 8 locations. So I think they're going to be similar ability there. It's a beautiful flower I just drew, don't you think? But I'm not really sure which one's going to be more powerful. The pawns also are very powerful since they have one of 3 spaces, plus they can promote. So it's going to be an interesting variant for sure. The bishop's really weak, obviously. Only one of 2 forward locations and 2 backward if they're up here. Who wants to move backward? I think those shouldn't even be counted. And the rook's also very weak with just 1 square forward. So I expect very awful outcome from this variant. Oh. Sorry, I hid myself. We're back now. I expect a really awful time. You're going to have a bad time. TM. That's the theme for this episode. So nothing's guarding anything. I want to find a weakness. I want to create a weakness in the opponent's position. I wonder if getting some space is important. So this pawn's not guarded, so he's going to want to take me. I have a hunch that bishops are worse than pawns. Because they can't move the way pawns can. So I think I want to get my bishops traded off for pawns here. In fact, this might be a good move. Because his pawn is trapped. Yeah, we're gonna try this move. His pawn is totally trapped, and all I can do is trade for my bishop. So we're gonna see if this is a power play or not. Pawns really do get immobile, just like they do in regular chess. These pawns are locked up, so maybe it's not a good strategy to just trade with them. But we'll see. We'll see. If I lose both my bishops for pawns and then I'm doing awful, we'll know that was a bad decision. Otherwise, we don't know. We got a comment in the chat. It says that seems like taking space is an overextension. That definitely could be possible. I mean, my queen needs 2 moves before it's able to participate here. I'm going to bring my queen up right now. Actually, because the queen in regular chess, you don't want to bring her out too soon or she'll get chased around by everything. But here, the queen might be the same idea, maybe not. I'm not sure. I'll capture this way. So he could play knight here. Would be kind of a silly move, I think. It's too bad the variant is going to enforce check rules. Like if he plays bishop here, it's going to check me, which technically speaking, I should be allowed to stay in check because the bishop is not able to move that far. What should I do? Should I bring this rook in? It's going to be a lot of moves before we get anything done, isn't it? That's pretty funny. Hey, I don't think castling is allowed. I'm going to allow it this game because who cares? This is a rated game against a 1600, so I should probably just let him run out of time. No. Oh, I regret that already. No, because it took me like a 10-minute investment just to get this far. This variant takes a lot of moves to get anywhere. So I think we need to... the key to speeding up this chess game is to play it against Rondep. We've got Rondep in the chat right now, so let's send him a challenge, a personal challenge. If we go to players, community, players, here's a list of players, and we type Rondep here. Then we go here, and then we go Battle Axe. You see all his trophies. He's so amazing. He has trophies that don't even exist. We're just going to send him a challenge directly because he's a fast player. Hopefully we'll get so many moves in that the game might become interesting. I can't promise that, though. Okay, we're playing Rondep. Good luck. I just received a comment on my YouTube channel that told me that Rondep is of underrated importance, and I highly agree. In fact, it's technically impossible to believe that he's underrated because you would immediately mentally adjust your rating of him to be appropriate, and then you would again believe that that's underrated. It's kind of like saying that A is less than A, or X, I suppose, makes more sense. So he's going to go with the piece. Definitely bringing out his... I think I'm going to do the rook thing. This is such a stupid opening in most kinds of chess. But who knows if it's stupid here. I have a feeling that rooks are better than bishops. What do you guys think? What's better, a rook or a bishop in this variant? Probably a rook is better. Knights are way better, though. So if I could take his knight... Oh, his bishop is becoming so powerful here. I'm going to lose my rook to a pawn. You might think that's stupid. You're perfectly welcome to think that. We're going to find out what's more valuable here, a rook or a pawn, because later on in this game I might feel way behind or I might not. Rondep admits that I'm only playing him to get his rating points. That's true, Rondep. That's why I challenged you. Okay, I don't want to give up a pawn for that. The knight is so powerful. He retreats. Knights are so powerful. Psyche admits that there's a problem with this variant, and that problem would be that it's possible to check the king. I agree. We need to reprogram this website so that that's not a problem for us. I'm going to just allow a queen trade here. He agrees to the rules. I just wanted to put that on there for people joining the show just now. Welcome and thank you for joining us. I know you just clicked it because you didn't know what it was, but now that you're here, I hope you stay because that's the way I am. Now, oh, it's so difficult. I'm going to try to get this bishop active. Interesting, interesting, interesting. Much better. I'm out of time. He's not going to add me time, is he? But that's okay. Okay, so my plan is to put the bishop here. I'm going to cause some havoc, I think. And then the knight here, can't castle, but king up is fine. There's no need to castle because there's no danger to having your king in the center because all the pieces are so weak. It's like you start out in the end game. The world's weirdest end game, of course. But it's still the end game. Hello to Z Nation Chess. I am glad you're joining us today. I'm doing quite well. As you see, I'm feeling green today. You longtime viewers know I select a new color of mug. Sorry, I mean vase. A new color of vase every episode. I've never reused one. This is episode 305, I think. And I've managed to use a new color every time, so that's pretty cool. Okay. There's no way I'm going to capture a knight. I'm going to allow that to capture me. Because I think that pawns are better than bishops. That's my theory. And I also think that pawns are better than rooks. So it'll be an interesting test here to find out. Oh no, am I losing a pawn? What was I thinking? No. Oh boy. Didn't really think one move ahead there. Being down a pawn is a big deal when a pawn is like the most valuable piece on the board. And also when he checks here, I'm not allowed to play this square because of the bishop, which technically I should be allowed to, so we're already encountering some problems with the rules. It's too bad. Down a pawn, major, major problem here against Rondep. Maybe I can flag him. I'm now threatening both of these pawns. He might actually have a big problem. He does. Now, technically I should be allowed to move my knight. And now he can take my knight. You see the problem? This is just awful. Maybe he will allow me to, yeah, he'll allow me to escape with the knight. Very kind. I'll have to add him sometime as well. So he was very kind not to capture my knight because technically I should have been allowed to move it and then I wouldn't be in check because rooks can only move one square and then my knight would be safe. But instead I had to move my king, which then he, you know, he could take this. But since he's such a gentleman, he's like 2 times a gentleman. That's why he's 12 feet tall. He allowed me to get away with that. So thank you, Rondep. I've got this check, but afterward I will not want to take the rook because knights are way better than rooks in this variant. Okay. This is where my sacrifice of a rook for a pawn is going to pay off. Because you can see I've got 5 pawns here, and I'm facing against only 4 pawns. That means I'm going to promote my pawn. It's only going to be a little bit of time before that happens. Yeah, unfortunately, this variant is not too playable on this website because of the illegality of moving into check. He might actually win these pawns over here. I think I'll protect this way. Because if I push, then this pawn can't move without dying, so he could play here, and there's really no way to save that pawn. So this looks like it'll hold it together better. The opponent has 5 pawns to my 6, so I did regain what I lost. I regained that pawn with knight takes g4 earlier. Oh, I wish I could play this without the check root problems that we're having. Because, for example, I should be able to take that. King takes bishop. Send him a frown face. Because his rook isn't able to move that far, right? So this whole variant is unplayable. It's not proper. This way. Trades bishop for pawn. That's pretty smart. I should be able to pick this one up, though. I'm on my way, man. This is the slowest rook ever. Oh. This actually works, though. Because this rook is 3 moves away from this square. Oh, what a slow chess variant. Give him some time. Rondep's such a gentleman. Okay. Seems reasonable. One thing about this variant with the slow pieces is that changing your focus from one area of the board to another really is a major, major effort. So, for example, my rook that's on this side of the board, it's going to take me 7 moves to get over here. So you really want to think about where you're committing your rook. Now, of course, it starts out in the corner, so you're pretty much already committed right there. But, yeah, so I guess there's nothing to say about this. Is he thinking he's going to promote and everything's too slow to get over there? No, my knight's covering this, and it's very hard for him to. Do anything about that. So I think I'll just leave that the way it is. I think he's going to play his rook up. No, he doesn't. Okay. So this check's going to be pretty strong. He will have to play here. And then with this move, I think I'm threatening to promote as well. Exciting ending. There's no way he can cover the square. I mean, his rook has to move like... His rook can't cover the square, because let's say his rook is sitting behind the pawn, right? It wants to attack 2 squares, but it never can, so it actually needs to move like this. Very pathetic rook. In fact, this whole thing is quite pathetic. Beautifully pathetic, in my opinion. Here's some time, Rondep, so I can beat you in a different fashion. So if I push... You know, promoting to a queen... oh, no! Let's see. I can check him first. Oh, he's going to win this pawn. With check. Forking me. Ah! And he's attacking this pawn. And my rook can't get over there, so I guess I would check this way and I'll lose this pawn. Oh, no. This is a serious problem, but if I defend myself, then he can push here. Okay, so that check was not a good start. If I push, he checks me here. Oh boy. I'm not using enough of my things. Wow. It's because my bishop is not in use. Rondep, you're owning me. If I move the knight, he's gonna promote. I can't move the knight. Maybe that'll help me think. If I play here, he's gonna check and then here, and I can't move up. I can't move the knight. Hang the rook. My plan is to hang the rook. I think that's the winning move. Here's the reason. Kings, they don't seem like much, but they can move in any direction, so they're actually extremely powerful. So I'm using my king. Bringing my pieces over this way. I'm not dead, which is of an excellent quality. Have to put the rules in there again because we added so much time they fell off the screen. I'll just send him the letter O. Okay. Gonna win this pawn. Wow, I recovered pretty well. Look at that. Look at that. Now the king. Look how powerful it is once it gets up here. Whoops, his king is powerful too. Oh, a rook for 2 pawns. You're a genius. Now if I trade my rook for this pawn, I'm going to have to offer a draw. Because we can't checkmate with this heap of pieces. What an awful game. What an awful variant, guys. I mean, can you imagine something worse than that? Where there's like one interesting point in the game where his knight was attacking everything and had nothing guarded. And beyond that, we just shoveled our pieces around. I'm glad this is only happening for one episode. What if in Chessbiz TV we played this variant every episode? Then it would really be bad all the time. But the nice thing about having things bad sometimes is that when you stop having them bad, you just experience an intense relief. For example, if someone is in the process of removing your arm and you're in pain, right? But as soon as that ends, of course you only have one arm left, but I'm so glad my arm's no longer being removed. So you can look forward to next episode, because next episode we're playing blitz chess. Sorry, bullet chess. We're playing 1 minute chess. We're playing chess. Sweet chess. Because the last episode was super crazy. This episode's super crazy. It's going to be really nice to actually just be playing chess. Really nice. So I think that pieces are worse than pawns, especially bishops. So I'm coming after his pawns here with my bishops. I don't know if it's smart or not, but I'm going to do it. He could play knight here. And my bishop couldn't take it. This is taking so much focus, I don't even have any time to be witty. What if I b3? There's nothing to be afraid of. Well, we'll learn not to play this variant. Arms reach chess is much better. If you remember about 200 episodes ago, we played where the pieces could move at most 2 squares. And that was actually much more interesting, as you can imagine. I almost played a4. I'm going to play this way. Going after the knight. It's a very powerful piece. It may be that you don't want to bring your knights out in the opening. For the same reason, that's not very guarded, so I'll keep that in mind. For the same reason you don't want to bring your queen out in the beginning of a chess game, I should tell them the rules, so that no viewer thinks that might be a good move, which normally that would be pretty good. Because the knight could get booted around. So maybe that was a mistake for him to bring his knight out. I didn't want to play knight c3. I just felt like something would come up near it. I don't even know. Hold on, let's spell cheat correctly. I'm not that low of a human being. Oh. He's laughing at me, but that's okay. Because he's on the other side of the world right now. He's actually in Switzerland, and I am in the United States, so I really am not worried for my safety. Okay, cool, Pawn. You're almost arriving in my house. You're taking forever to get there. Let's get this rook going. It seems like a good use of my rook. I mean, if I don't move it ever, it's never going to do anything, so I might as well move it. H4 was free. H4 was free. H4. Oh, I'm going to take that now that you told me that. Here I come. Coming for you. Got a challenge from Artem. I'm so sorry, Artem, but we're coming up on the end of the episode here, so I don't have time to play you after this. This is like another roundup episode. Seriously. Here comes my rook. I think, like, that would be pretty good. I wonder if rooks are better than pawns, or pawns. Probably rooks are better. Rooks are probably better. Because they don't get blocked up like pawns do. Probably shouldn't trade my rook for pawn this game. I would really love to put the kibosh on that thing. Do you know the difference between putting the kibosh and putting the onus? They're totally different. Now this is a very bold move. I'm actually trading my knight for his queen, whatever that was. I think queens could be even better than knights, because they have the 8 squares, but they make way more sense. The way knights jump is so screwy, but queens, they're compact. So what's up? What is up, viewers? Let's think of something new to talk about besides this stupid variant. But I have to focus on this. A trade? You're just offering a trade? He now is guarding this way. I want to attack the rook somehow. I wish I could get my pawn up here. That would actually dismantle him on that side of the board. I guess I'll just trade. It's a queen against a knight, so this will be an interesting endgame test. Which one is truly better? Don't worry, guys. This is a chess variant. Not too happy about this. See, we're going to have problems again with these variant rules. Like, for example, I would play queen c4. Wait, what did he just take? Ah, well, then I'm going to have to take advantage of the dumb rules. Now, he should be allowed to take me. But he's not. This is really going to mess things up. Every time I check him at a distance, he's going to have to get out of check. And I feel bad about that. So I won't do it. It's reasonable. It's kind of fun. I mean, my queen. You're seeing the power of the queen here. I traded my knight for a queen. What a sacrifice. Because I think I can really do a lot here. Knight c8. But illegal. Yeah. Okay. So we're going to try something. He says no. I wanted to take this position to the board editor and start making illegal moves. What about a study? There's a study in this variant, in this website. Rundep, he really knows what he's talking about. Don't do that. Don't do that. You'll lose your knight, which is the most valuable piece you have. Okay, I am trapped out. This is very interesting. Yeah, he should be allowed to move his knight here. This is just going to come up again and again in this position. The way my queen can check him at a distance, it's going to be very problematic. Oh, this variant would be better if the rules were correct. I definitely think I'm winning, though. Even with correct rules, I feel like I'm winning. I mean, he's definitely blocked out over here. I can even come up like this and start putting pressure on this side of the board. Not anymore. Let's try that move. I think he's going to push because he's afraid. Ooh. So feels so weird playing Rook H2. So I could trade my queen for this knight, at which point I'd be ahead 2 pawns for a rook. So maybe not yet. I think queens are better than knights. I really do. The way they... Oh, and once again, the cheat hacksaws is going to come in here and cause a problem. Because if I play c5, he can't move his knight, even though technically he should be allowed to. So, I'll just apologize. Tell him I'm sorry. I don't know what he's doing, though. I'm going to make it interesting and do this. Let's try this. Because the queen... But see, I should be allowed to play here. We've got the same problem this way. Which would lose, of course. Well, maybe I could come up here and... He's trying to make a position that's somewhat similar to what we would have if we didn't have these constraints. Now, don't take with rook, because you realize that's going to cause me a problem. You have to take with king. You have to take with king. That's what KX means. Or not. You don't have to take with anything, I guess. What? What is this move? I guess it's going to be a draw. Another extremely anticlimactic moment. Oh, I shouldn't be going this direction. Yeah, it's okay. I figured if he moved here, I couldn't safely take him because he'd start promoting. But I wouldn't have to take him. I could just stare at that rook. Maybe I can win this. Can I checkmate with the king and rook? I don't think I can. Oh, but this is better. Can I checkmate with the queen and king? I can't checkmate this way. I think I have to take a draw. Well, I'm sorry. This whole episode was exploring a variant we couldn't even really play. Because how did he allow me to promote? He really could have blocked that. I think I can win this now. Why is he letting me win? This whole episode is like definitely a facepalm kind of episode. He should be allowed to move here. I don't even know. I don't even know. Because he should be allowed to move here, at which point I can't entrap him. But maybe I could. I think this is mate, even with moves like king c4. That's not how you spell like. Okay, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to stalemate him. Because it's a fair outcome for this variant, considering how many times we gentlemanly made moves, and considering it was a rated game. It's really all we can do. GG-ish. Great response there, Rhonda. That's kind of the outcome there. Well, unfortunately, we weren't really able to play this variant. We struggled with the interface a little bit because of the check rules. So maybe we'll get to try it sometime in a few years when Lichess adds the ability to play a game and ignore check rules. We could do a lot more variants that way if we could just kind of allow kings to be in check. So it'd be a lot better in my opinion. Next episode though, we're going to play chess, and that's going to be great. It's going to be 1 minute chess. I hope you can join us Saturday at 3 p.m. GMT. And then I should warn you that daylight savings has been moved in the United States to next weekend. So after Saturday, so one more episode of this schedule, and then after Saturday, things are moving in terms of GMT by 1 hour. So it'll be 4 p.m. GMT. But for people in the United States, there's no change. So it's actually because I'm in the US. So my time, it's still going to be the same time, which is 8 a.m. Pacific, 11 a.m. Eastern. But for some of you guys, you really have to focus. But let me show you what you can do to make that easy. All you have to do is browse to the website at chesswiz.tv, which looks like this. Which doesn't quite look like that. It looks more like this, right? There's Handsome Chesswiz there saying, what's going on? And then if you click calendar, you'll see the actual times in your time zone. So that's 8 a.m. for me, but this is going to be your time zone. So next week, the episodes are going to show up here Tuesday and Saturday, and you'll be able to use your own correct time zone. So I think that's going to help you guys when daylight savings starts hitting me and you guys don't know what's going on. You can browse there and find out what's going on. This has been ChessWizTV. Thanks for watching.